Coming up on DETV's Good Morning Wilmington Live, with a passion for supporting the Black birthing community throughout pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum, Executive Director of the Do Care Doula Foundation, Erica Allen, stops by the plaza to talk about the importance of African American doulas. Plus, the Challenge Program's Executive Director, Andrew McKnight, stops by to talk about the organization's mission to provide vocational training for Delaware's youth. And nationally known opera singer and VP of OperaDelaware, Kerriann Otano, is on the plaza to talk about the upcoming show that you do not want to miss. Tune in Monday, March 6th at 10 a.m. right here on DETV.
Good morning, Wilmington. What's going on? I'm your main man, Big Ive, the talk of the town, Mr. DETV, CH.com, and I'm here with my lovely, amazing, and awesome co-host, Bam.
Vincenza. Good morning, Wilmington, and good morning, Ivan.
Good morning, Vincenza. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. I see you
great.
had a very busy weekend.
Yo, the whole week was insane. like we did. We started the week off with our second annual broadcast of the A10 basketball tournament that was hosted at the Chase Fieldhouse. So shout out to the A10 for trusting us, a local TV station, to produce that. So that was amazing. So shout out to my team for that. And
That's
then,
so great. Such a great experience for everyone, too.
oh my gosh, it was amazing. I mean, just imagine local television, right? And we're doing it unlike it has ever been done here in Delaware. And our stuff is being, our work is being broadcast on ESPN, ESPN Plus, you know. So, and it gives everyone on my team, they can say, yo, yeah, our stuff was A10, was ESPN worthy. So
I love it.
So yeah, it was great.
I love it. I love it. Well, new month. It's Monday, March 6th, 2023. Can you believe it? We're in March already.
Oh, already.
Yep.
Next thing you know, we'll be celebrating your 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, I love that. All right, new month, new goals.
Right.
You know, I'm a goal setter.
Yep.
So let's talk about them.
All right, I'm with you.
Let's talk about them. So what are some of your goals that you have?
This month, man, I just want to be better.
Okay.
I want to be a better leader,
Okay.
a better executive director, a better person.
Beautiful.
I want to give more,
Okay.
you know, and I just want to, you know, you get older and you realize life isn't what you thought it was.
No,
Right?
nope. Expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
You know, but the point, I think the biggest, I guess, and most important takeaway is that to press on,
Right.
keep going,
Yeah.
right?
No
keep
matter what.
going, no matter what. And
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that you want to be better, and there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that, in improving yourself. So if you are setting some goals for the new month, make sure you write them down, put them on a little Post-it note, tape them somewhere, put them, you know, up on your mirror every day where you
Right.
brush your teeth as a,
Yeah.
you know, as a reminder.
Yeah.
You see those goals, even if you chip away at that
Right.
list a little bit at a time, it's still very healthy and motivating. So
I
all about goal
I
setting.
actually have a saying, Vincenza. Like we gave a 90 for 90 talk for the Delaware Business Times.
Yes.
Shout out to today's
Yes,
media.
yes.
And in one of my one of my segments, I was talking about goals, and I was like, forget everything you heard about it. Like, don't dream, don't fantasize, stalk your goals, right?
Yes.
Because when you and I know this is going to seem a little crazy, right? But I'm gonna give it to you anyway. When a person's when you know, sometimes people get stalked, right? And when people get stalked, the person they're doing all their homework on that person.
Okay.
They know where that person is. They know what that person is doing. They know what that person likes. They know what that person dislikes. And I actually got it from watching an old serial killer a documentary, and I was like, oh my gosh, what if someone could take that and like really put it into something more positive?
Okay.
Right? Like if you want to be a photographer, and I'll take it from my stand, you want to be a photographer, learn the best equipment you can use. Learn the best, learn how my man say, learn all the rules first,
Right.
then break them. You know what I mean? So that's where I got it from. And you know, and all the CEOs and entrepreneurs that I met, that's exactly what they did. They stalked their goal.
Right.
If they wanted to be great at something, they put their mind, their
Right.
heart, their soul, everything in that goal. So Yeah.
Yes, eat, live, dream about it. If you have a goal, stalk it, be obsessed with it if you really want to achieve that goal. I'm a firm believer in that. Never give up, persevere.
Persevere,
right? Persevere.
Yeah.
All right, so March is also International Women's Month.
Woohoo!
Celebrating all women.
Let's give a shout out to all the women.
Yes, everyone in the house, also everyone at home. Make sure you celebrate this month.
Yeah.
I'm all about this month, actually. I really appreciate that we have the opportunity to celebrate. We have the opportunity to celebrate women in history, but also celebrate the women in your life, your loved ones. So
the cup, the Every Woman Cup.
Oh yes.
Yes. The Every Woman Cup.
Thank you, Kaylin.
And we're celebrating here with at DETV Every Woman, our new network. That we're going to do a lot of stuff for women this month. You can have panel discussions you don't want to miss. It's going to be amazing. Women's health.
I love this logo.
Oh,
Did you design this?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Can I get this cup?
All you, baby girl, all you.
Can I get this cup?
Because you know what? You're every woman. That's what it is.
I love it. I love it. All right. So speaking of celebrating women, we need to celebrate an individual who we just absolutely adore. She's always behind the scenes on set here at the Plaza at Good Morning Wilmington and DETV because she is a mastermind. I really do believe she is a mastermind behind the scenes. But we get to put her in front of the camera and celebrate her as well because she has some exciting news to share with us. We have Portia Green on the Plaza. Welcome, Portia.
Hey, Portia.
Hi, Ivan. Hi, V. What's going on, guys?
How are you?
I'm wonderful. I just stopped by the Plaza just to let everyone know that Purpose PR Agency is hosting their second annual Oscars party. This Oscars party is going to be with a red carpet, so many exciting things, honoring the creatives here in Delaware. We always talk about the creatives in Delaware and we never give them their flowers. So we're going to be honoring Jet Phoenix, we're going to be honoring Sarah A. Crawford, we're going to be honoring Alicia McFashion Wells, also Maya Bolero, and not to leave him last because he's so great, David Woolley. So we're excited about this formal event, and you can watch the Oscars while you're a part of the Oscars. So I'm doing it up.
I love that. So you said formal event.
Yes.
So dress to impress?
Oh, dress like you're at the Oscars in LA, but we're bringing the Oscars to Delaware.
Awesome.
I love that.
That's what's up, Portia.
Oh my gosh.
All
well,
right.
Portia, is there anything else you wanted to share with us before we let you go? We're so excited again to always have you on the Plaza, but is there anything else you wanted to share real quick before we let you go?
Well, I'm very honored that you always welcome me here, but I want to honor everyone else by going online and getting your tickets. Tickets are on sale right now. If you put in the code PURPOSE Oscars, Purpose PR Oscars 2023. You'll get a discount on that. And come get your food, have laughs, have cocktails, and let's celebrate each other. And most importantly, let's celebrate the creatives here in Delaware.
Love it. Love it.
Awesome.
Portia, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck with the event as you prepare for it.
Thank you.
And you know what? It's great that that's going on, and I can't wait to get there. But I also want to talk about we forgot to talk about the Delaware Dancing with the Stars.
No. I didn't forget. It was on my list of notes. I could not wait to talk to you about it. I woke up this morning. I woke up this morning. I was like, I cannot wait to talk to Ivan because Ivan was a star.
I wouldn't say a star.
Yes, you were.
I wouldn't say a star. I would say the kid with 8 left feet. Right?
So Ivan and our Renata, we love Renata.
Freaking love Renata.
So Renata and Ivan were a pair for the competition of Delaware Dancing with the Stars, and there were many other pairs that came together. But keep in mind, this event was also a fundraiser benefiting the Wilmington Public Library. It was a sold-out fundraiser. From what I heard, I mean, it was packed house. I mean, everybody was just having a grand time, really a grand time, but there was so much in celebration, but also a little friendly competition.
Yes, it was.
I love, but Ivan, I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
You killed it. You killed it. I mean, there was a picture that was posted. I think it was posted yesterday, and it was you and Renata. You were wearing this white coat, and Renata had on this beaded fringe outfit, and you were just your arms were just spread, and you were like the confidence, the joy. I mean, it was the picture said it all. I mean, it really just perfectly described the event.
Yeah.
And I wish I was able to be there.
Oh my God.
If you weren't there, you need to make sure that you go next year. And as soon as they announce the date,
buy the ticket.
yes, you need to purchase your ticket, because I heard that it was sold out so quickly.
Yeah.
And everybody wanted to go, and they had to turn away people at the door, which is a good problem.
Yeah.
But still, I think they may have to look for a new location.
Look, when you do something on that level, it definitely is one of Delaware's best events. It was hosted by Daryl Bell and Vanessa from Cosby Show. It was awesome there. All the dancers were amazing, and special shout out to everyone, because people haven't danced in years because, family and work and career gets in the way. But it was amazing. The winners of the night was everyone. The people that walked away with trophies were Wally and Yolanda Rushton, and Blake DeBrain and Dr. Danielle Woods. They won first place, and they took me back to house party. Like, I was in there, look, the whole crowd was going insane. So it was a great event. It was
energetic.
Yeah.
It was electric. And
it was electric.
I could feel that through the photos that were being posted.
Yeah.
I was trying to follow through social media, and I noticed
couldn't. It was too much.
There was so many.
Yeah.
Who's Who was there.
Was there.
Our very own Kaylin Pride was there, so I was able to follow her social media, and she looked amazing.
You know what?
She always looks fire.
The first person that I wanted to hear from was Kaylin. Like, on how I did, right? Because, the pageant world and the dance experience, and she was the first one I looked for. And Kaylin was like, oh my God, you did that. And I was like, bet. I was like, cool. If Kaylin said I did a good job, I did a good job. So shout out to Kaylin. It was awesome. It was an awesome event. It was awesome.
And congratulations to all the participants that did take the time to practice, because everyone did that was competing in the competition. They did take the time out of their very busy schedules to practice and prepare for this big event. And congratulations to the winners, but everyone else that was participating. Again, keep in mind, it was a fundraiser benefiting the Wilmington Public Library. Knowing me, I'm all about promoting literacy, so I think it was just a phenomenal event benefiting the library.
Yes, and speaking about literacy, thank you so much. A young author brought these by, right? Why I Am King. This is I love when children write books. It's one of the most phenomenal things for me.
They stopped by.
Yeah, they stopped by this morning. They talked about it. So I Am King is a phenomenal children's book that speaks life into the hearts and minds of young Black men. It provides learning alternatives, spoken word, directly from the parent's voice, straight to the kid. So make sure you go to Amazon, type in Why I Am King, and purchase your copy today. This is amazing.
A beautiful book, too. The illustrations, the colors, beautifully. Oh, wait. Here we go. Cool Kidding. Do I know that?
Cool Kidding. Written by King James, young King James, and Satya Miles. Please forgive me if I pronounce your name wrong.
This is great. Thank you so much. We were so happy to feature that. And thank you for bringing this to our viewers' attention. Again, a firm believer in promoting literacy and encouraging reading, but also featuring authors. I mean, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. So there you go. Check it out.
Bam. Get your copy today, Amazon. Love it. And again, they're out of Delaware. So, there's some great things going on in Delaware today.
All right. Couple of other things before I know we're running out of time. There's a couple of other things I wanted to mention. Okay. You were on this panel discussion, and you were a moderator. Can you talk about that briefly before we break?
The SBDC, they went up and down the state like a tour for businesses, right? Okay. And they wanted to make sure that they had, because it was February, it was Small Black Business Excellence panel that wanted to bring business owners together along with people that were experienced. And I had to answer questions and go back and forth. And I was privileged enough, honored to be asked to moderate the floor between the floor and the panel.
Excellent.
And it was great. It was great. Delaware is on the move, man. Like, I don't care what anyone says. I don't.
Ivan, you're on the move.
Yeah, if I can lose some of this weight, I'll be all right. You know what I mean? I'll be on the move.
You're dancing your way through Delaware, actually.
Look, matter of fact, Tippy Toes Thomas is what they call me. You know what I mean? Tippy toe. We need to take a commercial break. We'll be right back. All right, DETV. Oh, and real quick, Do More 24. Thanks everyone for giving. That was an amazing event.
Yes.
What'd you say? Huh?
Yes.
Oh, the guests.
Yes. Oh,
How do we forget about the guests?
I didn't forget about the guests.
I know you never forget
I
about
was letting you
anything.
talk
That's
about Do More 24.
All right, talk about the guests. I'll be right here. Don't worry about it.
All right, real quick, just to piggyback off what Ivan was saying, Do More 24 was a very successful event. DETV was a part of it, as many other nonprofit organizations throughout the state, including the Delaware Restaurant Association, which I was really proud to see that, because I sit on the board for the Delaware Restaurant Association. So many nonprofits throughout the state came together, and it was such a wonderful event, and it was virtual, right? Virtual for 24 hours. Having the opportunity to come together on this platform to really raise money and awareness, and that's what it's all about. So stay tuned for next year, because they do this every year, and I don't remember how many years they've been doing it, but as long as I've been a part of DETV, we've been talking about it. So Do More 24, excellent platform.
And we did good. We did good with our fundraising.
Excellent.
People love local TV.
Yes, I do too.
I know that. Me too.
All right, let's talk about our guests.
Let's talk about
So
it.
we have a fun-packed show for all of you. Our first guest is Erica Allen. She's the executive director and founder of Do Care Doula Foundation.
She was on before.
Yes, I think so. I think so. But I've been on the show.
It was a panel discussion. She was on a panel, right? You was on a panel discussion, right, Erica? Okay, yes. Okay, yes, she is.
She's on the plaza here to talk about her foundation. We also have Andrew McKnight, the executive director of the Challenge program.
Nice.
And then last but not least, we have Kerriann Otano. Did I say it right, Kerriann?
Otano.
She said I nailed it. Otano. She's a soprano, by the way.
Is she?
Oh yeah, she's
Well,
an
you know
opera
what
singer.
happens when you come in my
I
house,
warned
right?
her. I warned her.
Come in
She's
my
the
house.
vice president of engagement for Opera Delaware. Don't go anywhere.
Challenge program's doing some dope stuff. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Coming up, Do Care Doula Foundation's Erica Allen.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can DART to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
All right, welcome back everyone to DETV's Good Morning Wilmington. First up on the plaza today is Erica Allen. She's the executive director and founder of Do Care Doula Foundation, a foundation for African American doulas in the first state. Welcome to the plaza, Erica.
Hey,
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, thank you.
First of all, look, I'm new to this, right? What is a doula?
So a doula is a non-medical support person for people who are having babies or those who have already had babies. We provide support that is non-medical. So we're basically rub your back, encourage you, emotional support, and helping people to advocate for themselves as well as advocating alongside of them.
Now, why is that necessary?
Ooh, why is it necessary?
That's a
That's a big question, yes. So specifically in the Black birthing community, Black women are 2 to 3 times more likely to experience negative outcomes related to pregnancy, birth, and postpartum, sometimes as serious as death of themselves and or their babies. So as doulas, we're kind of there to make sure that they're supported, make sure that they have the resources and things that they need.
Okay.
Right, and I'm glad that you're here to talk about this foundation, because I do feel that it's important to get that word out, get that message out. Erica, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background with the foundation.
Sure, so professionally, I am a nurse,
Okay.
and that's where I learned more about doula support. I was super excited when in nursing school about the mother-baby rotation, and I just learned different options that are available, and a doula was one. So I ended up training to become a doula after I graduated nursing school. As working as a doula, I'm able to be a little bit more hands-on, more personable, which is my personality, as opposed to working as a nurse where I have a set amount of patients and I'm responsible for maybe 5 people or more at a time. So I trained to become a doula. When I started as a doula, I noticed that the people that I needed to support didn't necessarily have the funding to pay for the services that I provided. So that's what caused me to start the nonprofit Do Care Doula Foundation. And the premise is that we work with birthing people for free. It's grant funded, but there's no cost to the birthing people. So it kind of eliminates a barrier, a cost barrier, and allows us to be there to protect and serve and make sure that they're well throughout their pregnancy.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for what you do.
Sure.
Because, I didn't know anything about about what was going on within mothers having babies, right? And so I remember we had Tiffany Chalk on and Representative Mimi.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God, this is a thing.
It is.
Like, this is a huge thing. And then, when you see something and then you see it one time or you hear about it, then all of a sudden you start seeing it everywhere. And I think I was watching an episode, I want to say it was Amsterdam or another medical show, and you can see how women, and it wasn't just Black women too, it was women, and how doctors just be like, okay, it's all right, you're just having stomach problems, or you just pushed along, right, and not really giving that extra look, that extra care.
That extra care.
Yeah. So with being a doula, can you name just some more of the benefits of having a doula, and how can a mother receive a doula?
Sure. Yes. So some of the benefits, again, when you compare to having nursing staff versus having a doula, which you need all of them, so I don't want to make that, people have that assumption, but having a doula, you meet this person in the beginning of your pregnancy and they follow you along. So you establish a bond with the person that you're serving. So that's part of the benefit. Like when you go into the hospital or wherever your birthing space, they may not know what's going on in the background. There may be domestic violence issues. There may be, recent death in the family. So having someone there who knows you and knows what's going on, like that's key and essential in itself. Also, we help women and birthing people to look up evidence-based information. So we're not like, something's wrong, go to Dr. Google, that'll have you thinking that it's the end of the world. We actually help them research evidence-based information to help them make decisions, say if they might have gestational diabetes or any type of diagnosis. Again, we're non-medical, but we help them to find the proper information that they need. So those are the benefits. We also train doulas. So we have, we have our doulas trained with a specific program, which teaches them to be doulas, childbirth, as well as lactation educators all in one. So we can do a lot.
My mouth's on the floor. We can do a lot. I get that. What clicked it for you, as a nurse? It's a lot of people that want to just do good, but you're a nurse. What clicked it for you to say, I need to step in and do something?
To be honest, my own experiences.
I hear a lot of that.
Yes, my own experiences with pregnancy, each time I experienced some sort of disparity within the healthcare system. And again, I'm a nurse.
You're a nurse, right?
So, and just seeing how things operate and how things go. And it's not intentional, especially, it's not always intentional, I will say. Sometimes the training that nursing staff or whatever are provided, sometimes there's bias that are there that people aren't even aware of. It's just, there's so much involved in it.
It's an unseen bias.
Yeah.
My wife and I were talking about it the other day because she's a nurse as well. She was like, in the medical field, it is.
Yes.
And, it's not, and sometimes, like you said, it's not intentional.
No.
It's like cultural or just different, but some are. And some women actually die from, unfortunately die from, the neglect, so to speak.
Yes.
Okay, wow.
And Erica, you saw that need immediately, especially since you went through it firsthand. And you acted on that.
Yeah.
So thank you for acting
Yeah,
on that and
thank you.
continuing to spread awareness on this and provide education. And let's talk about more of the education and resources that the foundation offers and who can take advantage of it. Is there criteria, the requirements? Let's dive into that.
Sure. So education-wise, we have trained to date, I believe, 31 or 34, I keep getting the numbers mixed up, Black doulas.
Nice.
And that's since our beginning, which was in 2021.
Okay.
We've supported over 60, if not more, Black birthing people. As far as the education goes, we use a training program out of Florida called Common Sense Childbirth Institute COPE training, which is Community Outreach Perinatal Educators, a long title. But the school is founded by midwife Jenny Joseph, who was actually Time Magazine's Woman of the Year last year. So it's an amazing training, and I firmly believe on it and stand in it. So all of our doulas go through that training. They get the training, they also get mentorship. We don't just train them and send them out. Like it's a whole big thing.
Right.
And then as far as, I'm sorry, what was your other question?
No, the requirements to take advantage of all of these resources and education.
The requirements for birthing people is simply that they're Black birthing people. Also, we have opened it up to where we are able to support those who have Medicaid as well. So it doesn't matter their race or ethnicity, as long as they're a Medicaid recipient. We
Age
can support them.
requirement?
No.
No age requirement. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good because there should be an opportunity for all ages.
Yeah.
And what about additional support outside of the individual who's pregnant? Is there for the family, children,
Yes.
any other additional
Most definitely. So
resources or support?
It's all
because
family.
We're the whole family.
It is a whole
Right,
family
right,
thing.
right.
Yeah.
It
And
really
then we
is.
don't just drop off after you have your baby. Like we're there.
Like
We're
you had a
family.
baby,
Constant
peace out,
support.
right.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, that's so important too. You understand all the parts that go into it, and then you saw the need.
Yeah.
And that's where you're focusing on. So what's next for Do Care Doula
We have
Foundation?
a lot of things
have an event coming
in the
up.
works, yes.
Let's talk
we
about
do
that.
have an event
Okay.
coming up this Friday, which is our sneaker ball. It's our annual fundraiser, just allows us to do more out in the community. So that will be this Friday, March 10th from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's in Dover at the COAD, which is Correctional Officers Association of Delaware Hall. So you can get your
Nice.
tickets at our website, dedoulas.com.
Okay.
Come through, it's gonna be a blast. We have donations from the Phillies, the Eagles, it's gonna be a good time.
You said this Friday.
Yes, this Friday, March 10th, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m.
How much are tickets?
Tickets we have different sales.
Okay, so you
2
have
for
different-
$75,
Okay.
you can get a table for $300.
Okay.
So not too expensive, but it's gonna be a great time.
Oh, this is
Love it.
great. This is great. Now, I do have a few more other questions. Are you currently looking to hire for more doulas or more volunteers?
We definitely can
Okay.
always use volunteers. As
Okay.
far as more doulas, we started with 6, then we went to 8, 14, then we have 30-something. Right now, I don't think we need any more.
Well, that's a good thing.
We have a big
That's good.
big workforce. So yeah, we're not looking to train additional ones right now, more than likely next year. But then there's also like the expansion coming with Medicaid is going to be reimbursing for doulas here in Delaware.
Oh, nice.
Compliments of Mimi Brown.
Mimi Brown, we
So,
love
yes.
Mimi Brown. She was one of the
Dancers.
dancers for Delaware Dancing with
Yeah,
the
she did
Stars.
Beyonce. Yeah.
I believe it. Love it.
I believe it. That's great. We love Mimi Brown here.
Yes,
So
she's awesome.
she is a driving force.
Yes.
Straight advocate.
Yes.
For it, yeah.
And I'm glad that Ivan mentioned that we did have her on the show talking about this exact topic, and and she is a driving force, a huge advocate. I mean, she has a very strong voice, and she has a very bright future in the political career. I speak it. You spoke it into existence. He just said it.
Yep. Speak it.
Mimi's watching.
Right.
You got a big support system. But all kidding aside, again, she is a driving force and a huge advocate for foundations like yourself that you have founded. Now, I do have one more other question.
Sure.
The foundation, do you offer only the resources and education to Delaware residents or in the tri-state area?
Currently, with our grant funding, it's through Highmark, which is Highmark Delaware. So it is specific to Delaware, but we are open to additional funding.
Okay.
And
That will help us take us outside the state?
Yes, we're
good.
willing to support because we're right on the border, you know, Jersey, Pennsylvania.
Right.
Yeah.
We should
Maryland,
be able to
yeah.
offer these resources and education and support to the surrounding states. Why not? And the fact that you have the workforce.
We definitely do.
You have trained workforce ready to go and really help support those individuals that are in need.
So one more time to the camera, all your contact info.
Sure. So you can find us at dedoulas.com. You'll see it's Central Delaware Community Doula Program is the actual doula program. Do Care Doula Foundation is the actual nonprofit foundation. So definitely come through to the event. We also, speaking of events, have a Black Birth Expo that's coming up April 16th, I believe, that's in Dover. So check that out too.
Perfect. Thanks again so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Really, really appreciate it. All right, Vincenza, you ready to keep this ball moving?
Oh yes, we have to take a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere because we have Andrew McKnight here on the Plaza to talk about the Challenge program.
I can't wait till he get on here. I got some questions for him.
Up next, Andrew McKnight, Executive Director of the Challenge Program.
The American dream of homeownership is very much alive, but the effects of COVID are still being felt in families across our state, from Sussex County to Wilmington, and with each passing month, they are facing foreclosure and homelessness. If you are at least 30 days behind on your mortgage, the Delaware Mortgage Relief Program may be able to help. Every Delaware homeowner is eligible for up to $40,000 in mortgage assistance to help bring you current on your monthly payments. So don't wait. To apply for the Delaware Mortgage Relief Program, call 888-303-4324 or visit demortgagehelp.com. Act fast to save your home, yourself, and your family.
A new beginning, a second chance. Call it what you want, but this is what never giving up looks like. This is what finding someone who believes in you looks like. I thought Goodwill was just a store until a friend told me about Train to Gain through Goodwill's Job Resource Center. After 5 years away, I had a lot of self-doubt and fear about my future. But Goodwill had my back, and today, I love where I work. They matched me with an employer who believes in second chances. And now, I have a new start thanks to Goodwill.
To learn more about Goodwill's career development opportunities, call today.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can DART to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Looking to jumpstart your teaching career in Delaware? And make up to $50,000 with full benefits? Then look no further than Kingswood Early Learning Academy, where you can make a difference and earn the salary you deserve.
Welcome back to the Plaza. Next up is Andrew McKnight, Executive Director of the Challenge Program, that's doing amazing things to people and with everyone in the community. I freaking love this one. I love this one. Andrew, welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
All right. What's the Challenge Program, man?
Challenge Program is a construction training program for kids with barriers to employment. And by kids, it's 18 to 24.
Right.
Okay.
So we take in people who've had trouble getting a first job, maybe dropped out of high school, has some problems, barriers to employment.
Yeah.
And we do construction. We renovate houses. We do a lot of low-income housing around town. We also do projects for other nonprofits. We do timber frame construction. And we have a furniture business. So we started a furniture business about 5 years ago. And we're expanding.
How about set design?
I know where you're going with that.
You see where I'm going?
I know where he's going with that.
I heard about you guys. Actually, when I first started DETV, I can't remember who mentioned it, but I think it was Rob Herrera.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. We did the mill.
Yeah, he
with
was
Rob.
so like fascinated with the challenge program and everything you were doing, and I was like, wow, didn't know that was going on.
Right.
So,
Yeah, we fly under the radar. We haven't done a lot of promotion. The furniture business has been busy. We just do word of mouth. We don't promote.
Right.
And we were in a small shop, so we haven't been able to grow. We're building a new shop, which is why we're co-Longwood recipients.
Yep.
And the new shop's just down the street near Kalmar Nickel on East 7th Street.
Yeah.
And it's we're growing to 14,000 square feet, and we're actually going to have to start marketing and doing sales. So looking forward to that. It's something new for us, something we've never done before. It's it's been nice flying under the radar for so long, but now I think we have to kind of get out there and promote ourselves.
I'm sorry, I'm super
No,
excited
it's
about this
okay.
one
No,
because
that's
you can
okay.
see the guys in the community, right? That, like you said, is having barriers, can't get jobs because of the background or whatever. And then here comes the challenge program. Now these guys have a skill that will never go away. Even with AI, here, these skills will never go away. So.
Yeah, there's plenty of work out there for these guys, and what they need is support. It took me a while to figure it out, but the trick to working with the population that we work with is the case management.
Yeah.
It's really giving them the wraparound services they need so that they can be successful.
Understood.
And not everybody knows that. Everybody thinks that there's a 10-week or a 12-week solution to the problems that these the kids face, and there's not. It takes months, if not years, of putting in real services, real strong services for them, and that's what we do.
Perfect.
What is the mission?
The mission is to provide vocational training for kids with barriers to employment. So it's a real simple one-sentence mission, but it's it takes a lot of people and it takes a lot of support to actually make a real difference.
Yeah. After the program, how long is the program?
It's a 6-month training program.
Okay.
The furniture business we hire graduates of the training program, so that's a year. So it's sometimes it's 18 months, sometimes it's just 6 months.
Yeah.
But we follow the kids for years. Once you graduate from the program, it's on us for you to be successful. And so, we keep up with them. We help them, do resumes, do job. We were kind of a place for them for their support when they need to change jobs, or upskill, or whatever.
Is that considered like a workforce development program?
We are a workforce.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where our funding comes largely from Department of Labor, from the WIOA, which is Workforce Investment Act.
Okay.
That's our contract. It's
Nice.
the workforce development contract.
Beautiful.
Right. And these are skills that they can acquire, but take with them anywhere they go, really.
Yeah, there's all kinds of needs in construction,
Right.
and once you've learned that to work construction and you know how to do it, you can always find a job pretty much anywhere you go.
Now, why? I'm always fascinated with the why people do what they do. Why do you lead this organization? What do you believe in it?
Well, I started it when I was 25 years old, a long time, and I'm not 25 anymore, obviously. I started it, I was building wooden boats. I dropped out of graduate school. I was in Philly. I started building wooden boats at the Seaport Museum, and I started doing it with at-risk kids. I set up an after-school program. And you see there's a need. And when you see there's a need, and I enjoyed it. And at 25, somebody hired me to come down to Delaware to start a program. So I was the first employee, the first full-time employee, and there was a need, and I enjoyed it, and so I just stuck with it. And here I am, 27 years later.
27 years. How many lives have you changed in them 27 years?
A lot.
I'm sure many.
Yeah,
It's all about impact, right? So
it's all about impact, and I've got a great team, so it's not just me. Like you have to shout out the team, right?
Can you give me a success story, that one that that you hold dear to your heart?
Well, there's a kid, whenever you see the show, there's a guy, Rob Putney, who years ago, we worked with in the early 2000s and saw him in and out of jail and in and out of court and in and out of the system, and he'd be happy to tell you he was, marginal. He just came back, he sold his business, he went out to South Dakota and was working on in the oil business.
Right.
And I think he sold his business for over $1 million.
Did he?
He bought a farm and he's now working on a farm.
What?
So he came back in his big old truck. He's making $400,000 a year out there.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of those. We have a woman, Deja Green, who's working in the Iron Workers Union.
Yeah.
She's doing the new Longwood Gardens building, and she's making $49 an hour.
You're talking about impact. We're talking about some awesome impact.
Right.
Yeah. So we're lucky. It's all on them. It's not on us. It's on them. But we're there to provide the support to help them.
I think
reach
you
their
guys need
potential.
a movie, like a whole movie.
Well, we always say with laugh that we're going to write a book. There's a lot of stories. There's a lot of good stories with the
On the
people.
website, are there these stories written for people to read?
There's a few. There's a couple of videos
like
on there.
Testimonials
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah.
because
We're working on a new website. Like I said, we haven't put ourselves out there that much, so
it's time.
Yeah.
These stories are important. I'm so glad you asked that question, Ivan, because that really just makes you really think how important this organization is, how impactful this organization is. And those stories really, really jolt you, because you just were able to tell us 2 stories so fast. Like, this person, their lives were changed, and their families. And that's another thing that's important. Not only are you changing one person's life, but their family too. So that's the huge impact that the challenge program is doing for the community. Now you are actually from Philadelphia, correct?
I live in Philadelphia.
Live in Philly.
I'm from North Carolina.
Okay, so Delaware.
I moved up to Philly to go to Penn for grad school.
Okay.
And it didn't last very long.
Okay.
And so I started, much to my parents' dismay, I started building wooden boats.
Okay.
But it's turned into something. I've done all right with it. So.
Now, can excuse me, the challenge program, can individuals who want to not participate, but be a part of the organization, do they have to be? What are the requirements? Are they have to be from Delaware, or can they be from the tri-state area?
No, it's Newcastle County.
Newcastle County.
Yeah,
only.
well, or Delaware, but people have a hard time getting up here from southern Delaware. I think we've had just 1 or 2 kids from there, but mostly Newcastle County. We take, anybody can apply. The population that we're funded to serve is barriers to employment and income eligible. So we don't serve people who've got plenty of income, plenty of money.
Like it's a free program, I can say.
Well, it's a paid program, so the kids are paid the whole time they're there. They're paid while they do their GED. They're paid the whole time. So it's a paid experience. We do have a lot of applications, so it's competitive. It's, we take kids who want to be there. It's not like you're forced to be there.
Exactly.
And so we get a lot of really good kids who come from a lot of really challenging places.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. I love what you're doing. I think it's definitely award winning.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, you got it.
So, Andrew, real quick before we break, did you want to mention anything about the Longwood grant? I know you touched on it very briefly earlier. Did you want to mention a little bit more about that now?
Sure. Well, Longwood's been a big supporter of us for all these years. We're able to build the building that we are currently occupy with help from Longwood, and Longwood has really stepped up to help us build this furniture business. So we hope to be in there midsummer. We're building it ourselves, so it takes a long time, and we're slow at everything. So
you're building it yourself.
We're building it ourselves, but we'll have to have you guys down there because it's a cool building.
Would love to come.
Really nice.
I love that.
Yeah, I would love to keep the community updated on what you guys are doing. Again, we're talking about just bloodline changing, Delaware changing, and life-changing events, man, that's happening with people that live in this beautiful state that we have here.
Well, thanks for having me.
No,
Andrew,
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Jeez, man.
Wow.
This
is amazing. The resources and the education opportunities that are here in the state of Delaware.
Another capeless superhero.
Yes.
Love it. That's it. I love it.
Well, we have to take a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere because you are going to really, really love this next guest. We'll be right back.
Still to come, nationally known opera singer Kerriann Otano.
How did DETV start and how did you get here?
DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, you know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects, you know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware, and now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at detvch.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think.
All right, we're back, everyone. Last on the plaza this morning is a woman who is no stranger to the stage or opera. Yes, oh, Ivan's going to love this one. We have a nationally known opera singer, a soprano, actually. Oh, yes. The Vice President of Engagement of OperaDelaware, Kerriann Otano. Welcome, Kerriann.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
You can hear it in her voice. Oh my God.
Tell you know she's an opera girl as soon as she starts talking. Yeah, that's right.
We are so excited. As soon as Kerriann walked in, her energy, I mean, you're vibrant. I mean, the energy walked in the room with you, and I was like, ooh.
Energy came first, then she
yes,
came
and I was like, ooh, this is exciting.
Well, you know, let Jesus go into the room first.
Yeah.
So bring that energy.
Preaching today.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And then Kerriann introduced herself, and then I was like, oh, Ivan is going to love this.
Ivan's my people.
I love the energy. Right. My energy says hi.
Right there with you, babe. Well, Kerriann, obviously, I'm super excited to have you on the plaza. But before we dive into OperaDelaware, why don't you share with our viewers a little bit about who is Kerriann Otano?
Absolutely. So I'm new to Delaware. I've been here for about 7 months.
Okay.
I was a professional opera singer for a decade. I lived in Milan. I toured in Ireland. I sang at the Metropolitan Opera and the Kennedy Center a lot. I had a really exciting career, but also it is hugely mentally and emotionally debilitating to be traveling all the time, to be living out of a suitcase and not really have any ties to your community. So for me, when I was singing at the Metropolitan Opera, that was when I experienced the lowest point in my mental health. It's terrifying to put that amount of pressure on yourself to sing perfectly, and I think that the key to protecting our artists is getting them more involved with the community. So here at OperaDelaware, it's really important to me to introduce the artists that we bring in to the people who are going to be in the audience. I want you to know these artists.
There you go.
I want them to be a part of this community, and I'm sort of I'm entering the room first to prepare the space for them, but it's really all about making the opera feel like a space of belonging for audiences. That we're going to understand these stories, that we're going to experience them together. There are no dumb questions in opera. You know what to wear to the opera. You know what to do with the opera. There's a lot of limitations that people put on themselves, and they think that this is not a space for them. And as a biracial girl from New York, I'll tell you that my family did not think it was a space for them when I was coming up. And we have the power to change that.
That's right. I'm with that 100%. And that's been one of the biggest things since the pandemic here is, you know, like OperaDelaware and other venues were saying, like, how can we get more Black and brown people involved in what we do? It was never a thing here, right? It was never, you know, you're on that side, we're on this side. But I can see that more, and I can appreciate it, you know, more and more every day, that people are trying to bring people along. Like, yo, you gotta hear this. Like, you know, like this is a whole nother spin to opera, right? Like, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it's not just about making. You know, we have a lot of programs at OperaDelaware where we make tickets available on tiered prices, right? So if you're a part of a Delaware nonprofit, you can get tickets for $10 off, for 50% off, or completely for free. And I will tell you why. I think that we need to hear from our community about what's kept you away from opera and about what you're looking for in a night out. I think I'm tired of of people saying, I go to New York for my entertainment, I go to Philly. Nah, we got it right here.
Yeah.
Okay, we got the theater, we got ballet.
Just came out.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's the New Yorker that just came out. My family's from New York. I know the New Yorker just came out. Watch out.
We got it for you right here in town, and I want people to feel a pride and an ownership about that. So I think by providing these tier tickets, we're able to ask our community, as they claim the free tickets, we send out a survey. Hey, what are you looking for? How often do you go to the theater? What are you looking for in a night out? What are your expectations? Because for me, when I read these comments from people, they're saying, I don't know what I'm supposed to wear. You know what? Turn up, baby.
Yeah.
You're supposed to look great at the opera.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean spend a lot of money. It doesn't
Right.
mean rent a tux. It means how do you like to dress to be seen? We're going to have a red carpet runway. We're going to have, America, a red carpet runway.
Yeah.
I want you taking pictures and showing off how you dress at the opera. It's about you.
Yeah.
Everything about opera is participatory. It's fun. It's not to sit there and be quiet and watch. We want to hear you clapping and laughing and participating. I want to make these stories comfortable for you, and then I want you to come and rock with me.
Well, Delaware is freaking changed. Just
they
by her.
hired the right person. Let me just tell you.
Yeah,
OperaDelaware, whoever was in charge of hiring Kerriann,
Amen. Get them a raise.
nailed it.
Yeah.
Really, because just your passion alone talking about OperaDelaware. I mean, I can't wait to go to the opera.
I'm ready too. I'm like, oh shoot.
I'm like, I want to go be a part of that red carpet event. I'm ready to. I'm dressed. I'm thinking about my outfit,
planning it, the hair, the whole look.
Right. No, but that's important. That you're painting that picture for everyone that's tuning in, listening. That the opera can be fun. It's not boring.
No.
It can be fun, and that's what it's all about.
You know, Vincenzo. When you look at the opera and the Met and everything that's going on, like in New York, right? I see that she's going to bring that here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I see what she's doing. I got what she's doing. I want to know, how the heck did you get here to Delaware? Like, was it a national search? What was it?
My boss, Brendan Cook, recruited me, and we created this position. It doesn't exist at any other opera company.
Because they knew that they needed to have your energy here, so they
have a vice president of engagement. I was advocating a lot for mental health for singers. I was advocating a lot for getting singers more involved in the community. And then as I got to this community and started talking to people and realizing the things that kept them away from opera were things that I am in position to change.
Right.
I have the power to change these things that make you feel like you don't belong in my space, a space that I love.
So what you mean to tell me is your gift will make room?
Yeah.
You see what I did there,
the
right?
Abundance.
Go ahead.
I'm saying abundance.
Oh, that's offering around. Let's get it.
I love it. I love it.
So I'm so excited for our opening night of La Traviata, which is on March 31st.
Yes, let's talk about that.
We're having this opening night micro gala. Again, never been done in the first date, but never been done anywhere.
Really? Okay.
And the reason that we're doing this is because I want opera to feel like a party before you even hear the first note sung.
Right.
So for the 2 hours before at the Grand Opera House, that's when we're going to have our red carpet runway. We're also having food from Becchetti Brothers. We're having some lovely Italian spread. We're having a competitive poker tournament. $1,000 grand prize, because gambling is a big part of the opera La Traviata.
Didn't know that.
Right? So I want you kind of getting in that mindset. La Traviata tells the same story as Moulin Rouge and Pretty Woman. You know this story.
Yes.
So come and have fun at the Grand Opera House for 2 hours, and then experience an opera that, yes, it's in Italian. There are translations right above the stage, but mostly these artists are there to tell you the story. You're supposed to get it from the music, from the staging. That's my job, to make you get it. So I just need you to turn up. I just need you to be there.
I'm going to be there.
Okay?
Well, let's talk. When's the date?
March 31st is going to be the micro gala and opening night of La Traviata.
Okay, so
you're not going to be able to miss me. I will be in a polka dot ball gown, probably with an eye patch. Don't worry about it. It's opera. Dress how you want to dress. Dress to be seen at the opera.
Make a statement.
Make a statement.
You know what? I'm going.
Are we doing this?
I am going, and I'm going to call my tailor and be like, bro, I'm going to need something that go bam, pop, boom, pow.
Yes.
I am freaky. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk. So you got to come back the day, that Monday, and talk about it.
Yeah. I want to show, honestly, let's show a whole slideshow of the best looks from the micro gala, the red carpet runway.
Naja, you hear that?
Right?
After the gala, she's gonna come back and do the best looks, right? Oh, we need it. You know what we need? Oh, you know what we need? And you let me know if we can pull this off.
Anything for you.
Okay.
You know how the guy comes with the camera and they pose, right? Huh?
Now
what you
listen,
think?
you're thinking that we got a big budget. I'm gonna tell you, we're a nonprofit.
We get it. We get it. But you know what? A lot of things doesn't have to do with money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the experience.
And creativity to figure out how to make someone.
The money always come in the sequel. Remember that? You know, the money always come in the sequel.
Yes.
That's what Jason 2 was awesome, right? Right. They had a low budget the first time, but just think if we did something like that, like the Who's Who come up, which you wearing, because you're doing it all, you want fashion, right?
I want fashion.
And they stand in front of the DETV camera, and they just slow motion turn.
I love that.
Boom. Can we put that together?
Yes, and I want it to be the look that you have in the back of your closet that you're like, oh, that's too fancy for me to wear. Wear it.
Okay.
Wear what makes you feel gorgeous.
We good with that?
Wear what makes you feel cool.
You good with that? Like start right here, and they move all nice, and they move, and, and it's all in slow motion.
I love it.
That's our version.
Give people a show.
Right. But now you're elevating, and that's what's most important. You're elevating the event and welcoming. This is so great. I'm so excited about this.
I'm excited too.
This event, I mean, Delaware is on fire.
Yeah.
Yes. All the events that are happening, it's just really exciting to see that so many organizations, so many businesses, so many nonprofits are really putting together some quality events that you don't need to go outside the state. You could stay right here. Yeah. You don't have to go anywhere else. So let's talk a little bit more about OperaDelaware, if you don't mind.
Yes,
I know we talked about the specific event that's happening on March 31st. Talk about what OperaDelaware offers and other events that are happening, or if there's a need for OperaDelaware.
Yes. So OperaDelaware is the 11th oldest opera company in the country.
11th.
In our first, here in the first state. For me, that is a very big deal.
Yes.
That is an honor, right?
Yes.
That we've been kicking around for so long. And it was founded on the idea of making opera for all. It was founded on the idea of that the people making opera should be representative of the community. Today, we're talking about making opera for all in who we serve.
Right.
We bring in top-tier talent from across the country. We bring in people that you would never get to experience. And here they are right here in your town. And so now it's about who we serve, who we're connecting to, creating that sense of belonging. We did this year, for the first time, we got money from PNC Arts Alive and Laffy McHugh. We got money to host Pop-Up Opera, which is our outdoor opera for students, for schools, for community centers.
Right.
5 free performances. And instead of us deciding internally who those 5 schools were going to be, we put a call out to the community. We said, nominate your favorite schools.
There you go.
Got 40 schools nominated for this program.
Yeah.
40 schools who want to have opera for their students, and then reading the reasons why, right? Because these teachers are working so hard. It's tremendously inspiring. That's what OperaDelaware is going to mean to this community. We're going to keep initiatives like that going.
Excellent, excellent. I love that.
So you're known.
Don't you dare.
Are you ready?
Don't you dare.
I warned you, Kerriann.
Look, you are known.
What am I known for?
You are known.
What am I known for?
For being the amazing soprano.
I am.
Right? The transition to VP.
Yeah.
Like, was it hard? Was it easy? Well, what was it like for you?
Yeah, I think that some people, there are lots of different reasons to be in the spotlight, right? I like to be in the spotlight as a singer because it was so fun, right? It's so fun and so joyful to give people this gift that you have. My mom would always tell me, it's a gift. You have to share your gift. I think that in my role as vice president, it's a better use of my gift because my gift really is energy. My gift really is enthusiasm and spreading that joy. For these artists, I want to hype them up. For this audience, I want to hype you up. This is a space for all of us. And so the transition for me felt like my calling.
It's coming. It's
like
on the
my
way.
calling, you know?
Yeah.
I want to hear the powerhouse.
The powerhouse? You want to hear the powerhouse?
I'm like, Ivan,
okay,
ask her.
let's do this. Let's do this. First, so because we got to get out of here, right? So I'm going to need you to, if you could take us out. But first, we want to give a total shout out to my main man, Ty, here, that was running the teleprompter. Today's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Ty.
Really appreciate you. Okay. Powerhouse.
Okay, listen, she's just going to give you a little lick. Ready?
You give us a lick, and you take us out.
People used to pay me a lot of money for this. I'm just saying.
I get it. We're going to give you a tax write-off on this one.
Front row seats.
Front row seats. Look, thank you so much for tuning in to DETV. Good morning, Wilmington. Again, before you go, give a shout out to all our guests.
Yes.
Because I know you remember everybody.
No, yes, that's right. We have Erica Allen from the Doula Foundation, Do Care Doula Foundation. We also had Andrew McKnight, the Challenge Program. Awesome. I try to help you out. I got your back, Ivan. Don't worry. But thank you to everyone that tuned in. Also, Portia. Yes. Thank you for Portia for joining us on the plaza earlier. And congratulations to all the Delaware Dancing with the Stars participants, because we were so excited to root for our own Ivan
That's
Thomas.
right. That's right.
All All right, Adam.
And one more time, can you, this your camera, tell them about your event, and then you can go ahead into it and just take us out.
All right, let me give you some. March 31st, we're going to be at the Grand Opera House for opening night of La Traviata with the opening night micro gala. Head to operade.org to get your tickets. We are going to sell out for this micro gala because the party is going to be lit. And I'm just going to give you a little lick. Now, I'm telling you, these opera singers you're going to see are top tier, so I'm just a little preview. Oh mio bambino caro, mi piace bello, bello. We can't wait to see you at the opera. How'd I do, baby?
Girl, we'll be back. Oh my goodness, I felt that.
Right?
Right?
Thank you.